Welcome people out here do it. I don't know. Change city and see what going in next city. Alright. For I think we make 100 and something already. Tell you how much we make it. 120. Not bad. 50 something already. So it counts. So about our next city to get the next one. So
Passed the first time a few months back. Now that's not so unusual for truckers in training. What is different is the way some of them are now making it onto our roads. Consider the consequences. New truck drivers get into more accidents. The heavy and dangerous loads they haul cause more damage and injury. Makes us wonder, are they getting the training they need?
Is this driving school?
It starts in training yards like this one.
Yeah, I'm looking to get my license.
We come with hidden cameras after hearing we might be offered some shortcuts.
When can I start today?
Proper training can cost more than $10,000, but here they're charging half that.
7,500 with the toll price. In 4,000, 2 time road test is included. 4,500.
These schools offer a program called MELT, Mandatory Entry-Level Training. Ontario is the first in North America to set it up. Anyone who wants to drive a tractor trailer has to take at least 103.5 hours of training before they can take a road test. But we're hearing we may not need that many hours.
1 or 3 hours completed, it doesn't matter you are completed or not. Maybe you will ready in 90 hours, doesn't matter.
A third of the time is supposed to be spent in a separate classroom learning theory. Not here.
No in class, no need for in the class. Okay. No, there is nothing. No. Before you are road test, I will pay you 100% for everything. It's here. Everything is here. Any classroom or anything? Classroom, I will cover everything here.
Another no-no is called training to the test.
You have the test in suppose Peterborough. The very first day when the test is booked, you can go with the SBAC.
The SBAC is a way to reverse a truck. Different drive test centers ask for different backing maneuvers. So that's what you're taught to pass, instead of real-world driving skills.
You have the test in suppose Newmarket. We are doing the CBAC. So CBAC right there.
Sure seems like training to the test.
Mostly they use the LBAC. Okay.
People who teach at trucking schools in Ontario need no special instructor license. They do if they teach at a regular driving school.
The training was not appropriate at all.
This student never actually finishes his MELT, even though the government thinks he did. So that was it.
Yeah.
Shut.
Just shuttered, yeah, abruptly.
He doesn't want us to publish his name to protect his chances of getting a job. The school he attends is called Smart Truck Training Academy, one of hundreds that spring up in the 7 years since MELT begins. But it closes out of the blue and keeps a lot of people's money. So cost was the most attractive to you.
Yeah, it was the most attractive.
He ends up losing nearly $6,000, adding insult to injury.
So my first class ever for doing a reverse was one where I was just told to get in the driver's seat and just back the truck up. And the instructor was standing to the side, having a chat. Once I started, a few minutes into it, he looked over and he started screaming, which was sort of like their go-to instruction strategy, so to speak, is they just start screaming.
What about when you got on the road?
Sometimes it was just by myself and then the instructor in the passenger seat. But there were times when there was a third student sitting in the middle and there was actually no seat with a seatbelt in the middle. It was like a folding lawn chair with like those two metals and like a fabric in the middle.
That doesn't sound safe.
It's not safe at all.
When Smart Truck shuts down, he still hasn't received much of his training, but they register him as a MELT graduate anyway. Since then, he's been paying other schools to let him practice with their trucks. We try to track down the owner of Smart Truck, who has left the country, but he doesn't respond. The next time you do your driving test, say you pass, you'd be getting on the road and you aren't fulfilling requirements needed to be driving.
Yeah, absolutely legitimate concern. And I would answer that by saying that the fact that I have had training at 3 different schools now has helped a lot.
But has it helped enough? We're back at the drive test center in Brampton. Provincial government no longer runs things here. A private company called Serco oversees the testing and licensing of all drivers in Ontario. We watch from afar. As the rain begins, so does the student's test. He's asked to inspect you this time.
Failed. So just as a result of missing a few minor things, I took a left turn just like at the right time, but he felt that the oncoming traffic was getting closer. But I felt that we had enough distance, so I took that left turn. I'm not getting up, no. I have to go back, yeah.
He does go back and does get his license without ever getting his full training. Other would-be truckers are getting their licenses in a different way, one that is even more shocking. They're bribing their way onto roads and highways, and some car drivers are doing it too. How do we know? Someone who works for Serco leaks us this internal memo. It's issued by Gary Cook, Vice President of Operations. He writes that Serco is getting an increasing number of complaints about fraudulent activities perpetrated by drive test employees. This includes allegations that some driving examiners have been accepting bribes for issuing road test passes. He says the illegal behavior includes false experience being added to driver records. We're about to meet up with the driving examiner who leaks that memo. Hey,
Hello.
nice to meet you. She doesn't want to reveal her identity for fear of losing her job. It's right in here. She's been doing it for nearly 20 years and says she can't stay silent anymore.
I was actually angry when this came out. This seems like we're trying to keep it in-house.
Stand right here. Yeah, that's good.
These people took bribes, gave licenses for a murder weapon.
That's a really strong statement. What do you mean by that?
I mean that in any accident of a transport versus a car, more than likely the person in that car is not going to walk away. And if someone doesn't know how to properly drive a vehicle or doesn't properly do an inspection, I feel it's only a matter of time before someone will die from that.
She hears rumors that the bribes are as much as $5,000 for a pass, but says bribes aren't the only problem. Serco keeps track of how many students each examiner passes and fails, and that leads to pressure.
If I do have a week of really bad drivers, it is in the back of my mind that if I do have too high of a fail rate, that I could be flagged.
Add to that the province's testing guidelines that tell examiners to ignore the first time traffic laws are broken.
Certain things are seen as we are being told to let go, such as rolling a stop sign. They'd have to do it twice, with the first time giving them a warning, and then they'd have to roll a second one in order to fail.
Have you passed students you shouldn't have?
That keeps me up at night, and I think I probably have.
Knowing all of this, how do you feel about driving on the highways?
You know, I avoid highway driving as much as possible. If I can take other routes, I will.
And what's your worry?
Well, that one day it'll be my family member that dies.
We asked Serco for an on-camera interview, but get a statement instead. Serco says when it comes to bribes, they've informed authorities and fired people responsible. It also says it follows all testing standards set by Ontario's Ministry of Transportation. Trucks are Canada's lifeline, transporting most of our goods.
No in class, no need for in the class.
But how well are drivers trained?
The training was not appropriate at all.
How'd they get their licenses in the first place?
These people, the bribes, gave licenses for a murder thing.
And what's leading to terrifying scenes like this? We're in northwestern Ontario. Terry Fox takes the final steps of his marathon of hope on this highway. But it's also known as one of the most dangerous roads in all of Canada. We're outside Thunder Bay, Ontario, along a section of the Trans-Canada Highway, the only trucking route across this part of the country. And just yesterday, there was a fiery collision involving several vehicles, including 2 trucks. One person died. You can see pieces of the wreckage here. Scorch marks, a damaged guardrail, all signs of how dangerous this stretch of road can be. At a truck stop down the highway, road safety, or the lack of it, is on everyone's minds.
I'm having a lot of trucks come right up to the back of me.
And they drive way faster when we want them to drive. Not 90, like speeding way more faster.
How safe do you feel driving with all those trucks?
Not safe. Yeah.
Themselves worry. How long have you been trucking?
27 years.
So have you seen a difference from when you started to now? And what is that difference, you think?
Just lack of care from other drivers. And a distinct lack of training.
Lise Bourgeois is the local MPP who's become a safe trucking advocate.
I probably have more email on this subject than anything else.
But the province, I'm sure you know, says that we have some of the safest highways in Canada and North America.
Yeah, if you live up here, that's certainly not the case.
A lack of standards and oversight at drive test centers is leading to an increase in serious accidents.
Bourgeois repeatedly takes her concerns to the Ontario government and shows them that same memo from our insider.
Information in the memo identifies fraudulent road test passes and false experience being added to driver records.
How did that go?
Nowhere. The same response. There is nothing to see here. And clearly there is. From the memo itself. And I mean, that's coming from within the company itself.
Bourgeois recently introduces a motion.
Let me show you around.
Okay. To have all trucker testing and licensing done by public servants instead of a private company, like it used to be. One of the things that frustrates her most,
It's coming up on the left. That's the station.
is this state-of-the-art inspection station just outside Thunder Bay.
So you can see the lights aren't on. The inspection station isn't open.
We move in for a closer look. Trucks are supposed to be randomly inspected here. It costs $30 million to build, but Bourgeois says it's closed a lot.
I think it could be open 24/7. Anybody traveling west has to go past here. So it could really make a big difference with enforcement.
Our search for solutions takes us to Caledonia, Ontario. It's home to one of the oldest truck training schools around, and home to this.
There you go.
Wow! Oh my gosh! A cutting-edge simulator that costs a fortune, but sure packs a punch. That gives life real quick.
Slowly accelerate until you get back up in that 30-kilometer-an-hour range.
I'm already sweating that. Matt Richardson runs the place along with his dad, Kim. Matt, does this really help students
Yeah, absolutely. So it's as real as you can get without actually being out in a commercial unit.
Right. These guys call some of their competitors licensing mills who fudge the rules just to churn out graduates.
I think what Mel did, it educated the bad actors how to get around the system.
Wasn't the whole point of it, though, to make roads safer and have drivers properly trained?
Absolutely. And I think we can see by what's transpiring on the roads today that melt is melting.
They want to see a whole new approach to training, turn trucking into a trade with an apprenticeship. But until then, much better enforcement.
You have over 600 vocational schools in Ontario, everything from welding to hairdressing. You have very few inspectors to go out and do that jobs. If the capacity was increased where enforcement could be applied, but frankly, the roads would be safer.
If things don't change, they warn, another crash is just around the corner. Like the one so many of us remember in Humboldt, Saskatchewan 6 years ago. A bus carrying a junior hockey team collides with a truck that blows through a stop sign. 16 people are killed. I mean, you can look no further than the tragic case of Humboldt. What can you say about what needs to happen now when you think about something like that?
You should say me. No, you never got over the girl shooting. That's why you're feeling entertainers. Because at this point, he has to be classified as an entertainer. Because Solidarity provides great entertainment to people of Caribbean. A highly acidic court jester. You're shot in a fire down in Fredwood. You want shot up at the phone in a back seat. They must say for bad men, scammer artists, politicians, and all kind of people. Kind of hard to get it sometimes. And because technically I'm kind of coming like a flagger, and I'm going to really like get entangled with the whole vlogger madness. But here it is. I'm telling you about word now. And why I'm not surprised it's happening. Before we go into that, for Patreon radio shout out, this one goes out to Philip Bailey Sr. coming from Philip Bailey Jr. See them style, we made everything, husband shout out, wife shout out father. They said me at highly. So look up there as a top man, I written on the floor this up. This is my idea of a top man. Your first hero should always be your father as a youth. Every time you start to look up to DJs and look up to the dynamic people as a society, get what they don't get. Both Philip Bailey's, you don't understand. Not for sale and everything. Hold on. The Iron Man, the Harry Saxon has seen stuff. Tell us the money can't see it. Money can't help it. Some acidic. The amount of people are dead. You can see it then. You see, World Dog is a youth people of the acid. The man was killed already. He's involved in the war between Teletubby and Ramos and Bad Breed. Man was killed, I see him Friday. He narrowly escaped in life, but he have to do same old madness. Till I this at this point, Road Dog have to escape. You see, I feel just call him an entertainer. Very talented court jester. Some people just born to be co-stars and make other people laugh. You can't teach them in school. You can train them. You can even try competing, don't come out the same. That's just who he is. Everybody know how you like roll down from school. Just everything them do, everything them say, just come across new areas. And then they just call them the class now. You know, so when it comes down to being great entertainers, I'm on the shot of that. That's how I'm on producing record numbers. Most entertainers per capita. So for one thing, I'm on the shot as entertainer. Only I'm on people could build and create and innovate like how they entertain the world from that iron. If only we do great things, great minds like how we produce entertainers. Like how we produce entertainers doing police that iron. But the guys that gifted coaches, you can't do that for them. But they're civic coaches. We need to pray for Road Dog and pray for this and pray for that. And pray for the picnic and our children. Vile Irish Saxon. Picnic gave them our children every day. And then they're interested to pray for them. People who have never lifted a finger and harm a soul. Take sick every day and the Irish Saxon, they're interested to pray for them. For them prayers resulting who get their laugh and who give them through. Road Dog make him better than lie down the night. When he come out of the hospital, tell the teacher what a bad man. To even pretend like Road Dog is just some you caught up in, you know, like a victim of circumstances. A badness them on the job. Entertainer day and cause at 87 and 9. Make up in the mind, you. Make up in the mind. You don't realize no matter how much money they make, from the mindset is acidic, this is the end result. Then tell you say once you make money, then there's going to be peace and love. And that is unicorn made. They say Uncle Sam News, I show a video clip, they must shut up. For the parking lot things get spooky, shot fired when they look they can't find the car, then they eventually find the car. So Road Dog pushing at the back seat, laid out. And he wasn't sleeping. Or at least not the time of sleep he wake up back from. He was dead. Then after that them say them adult blackmail. Turned up at the hospital suffering from gunshot wounds. That's Road Dog. So they want to look for suspects and look for that. I saw the end there doing that already, so more than likely, once police start pressure, man, they know say, we don't want to start call. Because they must have everybody promoting for me, you know, say. Go and keep their way informed, right? That's why I said, give them similar situations sometimes. They said, no, they can't go to that, you don't find it, see me, see my road. No explanation. You just tell them, say, no, man, I true, God look out for me. No, I tell you what, man, I tell you, say, man, they make you want to have me alone. We're all in this together. One big happy farming family. What can satisfy the quench that is inside the Irish Saxon? Money cannot fill the void inside the Irish Saxon for them live in peace. It cannot. No amount of money, clothes, food, jewelry, car, house, it can't stop them because what is driving the Irish Saxon is not tangible. It is culture and mindset. You cannot put your hand on it. B-Man, Benz and them something you can physically touch them, they are tangible. One is tangible, you can touch it. What is driving these Irish Saxons is an acidic culture and mindset. That is why you cannot make sense out of it because you are telling yourself that you are much better than you. They might live much better than you, and you not want so. So why them not want so? Because you don't understand the driving force behind it, culture and mindset, and then carry it everywhere them go. These Irish Saxons not only destroy Jamaica, but if they go to somebody else's country and a farmer community where there is more than 4, man gone dead for sure. Let me say that one more time. These highly acidic Irish Saxons not just happy with causing much war in Jamaica, but all the time they got fired and they move in our community. where there is more than 4, somebody going dead for sure. Clean clothes and dirty heart. But then put on treat. So, I guess pick them up same way, because that's what really matters in life. How much treat you put on, how much public displays of charity. That's what really shows you who's a quote-unquote good money. How much massive public displays and PR campaigns you can put on. World Dog make it better than lie down like Jamaican people, because they're entertained by World Dog, even though they're serious in it. But their quest for entertainment is greater than their quote-unquote values. So even though they tell us that anybody who involved in any type of crime, police don't shut them and kill them. Anybody who involved in this, all these rules they are making are for people who can't entertain them. When Jamaicans see them tired of this time, police don't shut them, but anybody who's another bad missing them, they're not talking about people who can entertain them, because that is the opium of the people, the new opium of the people. Entertainment. Therefore, entertainers have become divine beings. When you worship entertainment, the entertainer becomes your God. When you worship entertainment, the entertainer becomes your God. Entertainment is now the religion. The Church of Latter-day Protestants, the Tabernacle of Sheep. World Dog look like him ever survive. So when you touch back the internet, you know it already. If you go live, you go full of people. Then you go here say, God save it. The man tell you say God love World Dog more than the people that are children that did that day. That's why I make them dead and World Dog day. That's what I'm going to tell you. And just a couple days ago, I see videos are going on World Dog in a Iron Man. Because you know, everybody posts the same video then. So I see videos going on the timeline. I see World Dog in an Iron Man on stage. And I say, oh, I go on Iron Man, you know. Then next minute, you say World Dog get shot in a Florida. And I tell you, one of them is a different World Dog. And I say, the Iron Man in the video. Like he's jet setting. People are talking about the war go hot and war go hot and war go hot. The vouch for it. The vouch for it, and nothing would make out of Samad here. I'm sending a couple Irish circumstances to get through. But it up to Uno. You want to do. No, I'm not saying bad minding for the war. But spare me the sad story and the request for prayer. You're not going to kneel and beg if somebody gets spared. You can't be people like your favorite entertainers. They're going to kneel and beg for them innocent people and not children. So never harm and soul yet. And I suffer. I need them to all right now for your kneel and BG and entertainers and protesters. There's nothing worse than a supposed tough guy getting hurt and all of a sudden everybody want this kumbaya moment. I've never seen nobody from the Taliban or the Mujahideen or the Hezbollah, them man on the side say, yo, a gun thing with them man. And if we get shot challenging the IDF, then I swear it come down to be over me believe. Iron Man them say, a gun thing in them man, as they get hurt. Man want hold hands and kumbaya. The mother want be a hug. And they light candle. One time they used to have 9 days, now you have every day. Now you have candlelight 3 days, you have 1 day, you have 5 every day. Man, every day man sitting. People have dead so much that they start inventing new days. The 9 days wasn't enough. You know, Irish Sox and Migos have 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Now, how much day is it? They have to go at 10 things. Man dead, one time when a man dead, you go to 9 nights. You go to set up and you go to funeral. Or you might just go to set up when you go to funeral. You go to funeral when you go to celebrate 9 nights. Right now you have to go 10 things. And in dead the very next day, 1 day, you go group together and light some balloon, push down another year. Then you have 3 days. Alright, bring some candle. Then you have 5 days. Alright, bring some red stripe and jerk chicken. Every day these Irish Saxons find something new. They're obsessed with death. It's not enough. Because our culture will make life for fun, will take life for fun. So since we take life for fun, toughen up, bro. People get shot every day, B. There's nothing worse than a tough guy getting what happened to tough guys, and then in friend of my family don't want to kumbaya. No, dog. I do kumbaya for Jasmine Dean. Don't tell me what a kumbaya and a pray for the man who just revealed that Vicky and like him a Sylvester Stallone. Like him is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Irish Saxon, tough, right? Bandage of the room, the man jump up on live and get joking now. Because they don't learn. A lot of time people say, who can hear them feel? That's what them fans must tell them. And them fans now tell them that them fans, the sycophants are making them sound like young Daniel Rowe or Gabriel King. And they're not. These are vile Irish Saxon. I see the crown of them head to the swollen feet. And if they come out and they can't feel about world dog, man, they say, you know, that bad man one too. She must have the man get the demo on the bends. And she can't buy no. We're going to talk about the fucking war. But they know the same people they know. When the end result of what World Dog push and support, when the end result of the lifestyle that World Dog dribble and dabble now, come back up by it and tell you must go be in there and pray for him. Your heroes are dopey bad. Your heroes are acidic demons. Most of the idol them are acidic demons. Demon hall puppets. Now talk about war go start. The most thing that South Spring when they that's exactly what Uncle Sam wants. The Jamaican community go to war. So they can finally enact some things they want enact and people do. Especially in an election year. When time there's already talks in the team too much this and too much that. Give certain man an excuse to turn down and up on the one who on the sword. People get shot every day, B. They're not tough, right? You'll be alright. You'll be back alive in a minute laughing, making jokes. If you think that I'll be back to bad man this time as an answer, me to say as I might think that everybody think. Yeah, you just heard you yourself. Yeah, you know, or just go say certain. Yes.
I'd make $600-700 on my lunch break in 30 minutes. I had taxis and semis that would call me 4 or 5 times a week. There's over 500 or 600 transactions. Every single one of those is a felony.
I've stolen a bunch of money from the bank. I'm pretty generous with their money.
Yeah, maybe a month into it, my co-defendant told me that he's getting ready to leave the state because he's got another job from this construction company that he's moving to, like a different state or whatever, and he has a gas card that he's been using to obviously fill up the fleet for the construction company, all the trucks, and then he's like, I've been using it for my personal vehicle, and then he's like, so I get free gas, and then I've been filling up, my brothers, I've been filling up this person, I've been doing this.
Because they have a ton of vehicles that have to be towed.
Yeah.
They're not going to notice a slight fluctuation of a few hundred here, a few hundred there.
No, because they have an entire fleet. And so he's getting ready to take off, and he's like, you can have this if you want. And I was like, yeah, I'll get free gas because then I can save money for my drugs. But he's like, you can make money off of it. And I was like, well, what do you mean? He's like, I people just, I don't know, take $20 off or just like for my friends. And I was like, just that idea, just the idea that he planted, like I just took off of it, totally took off of it. I ended up, so I would sit at any gas station. So in Alaska, there's Tesoros, that's what the gas stations are. And I would sit there, I'd wait in my car, and I'd go up to anybody. I mean, usually it's like little old ladies or whoever. And I had like a sales pitch for this gas card. So I go up to them and be like, oh, ma'am, I have a gas card from the state, and I have to use a specified amount of gallons. And if I don't, they're not going to reimburse me these gallons. I just totally made that up the first time that I went up to this lady and I asked. I didn't necessarily look like I was strung out on drugs or anything. And in Alaska, I mean, you know, people are up like it's not hard to miss.
Right.
And so I kept that little sales pitch, and I would go up like shit. I go from one person, like just right there, and then on the other side, I give them the same sales pitch, and they'd be like, "Yeah, for sure, yeah, whatever, like however much it is, like I just take $20 off, or I'll do this, or just how much cash do you have right now? I'll fill it up. Just give me all your cash." And they're like, "Oh, all right, yeah, for sure." And then I'm still working full time, and then on my lunch breaks, I would go do this, and so. Just in the span of like at a lunch break and talking to 3 or 4 people with that little sales pitch, I'd make $600-700 on my lunch break in 30 minutes.
Right.
And then on the weekends, you know, that's pretty much where I spent most of my time. And then all this money in Alaska got up to one pill. It was $200 to $300. For one pill.
For an 80.
So yes.
What is that, a milligram? Like fucking, that's like $10-15 a milligram?
Yes. Okay. So it was outrageously priced. And even me making $800 a day, I could get maybe 2 or 3 pills.
Right.
And my tolerance is already going through the roof. So that's enough to keep me well.
Right.
And so I'd wake up and just, I don't have any energy, I'm sick. So I'd like, then when you're sick and withdrawing, and I go up to these gas stations and like, I'm just like, God, I just need, you know, like I'm fumbling over my words and shit. And it still worked.
Yeah. Giving people a reason to do it, even if they think, something's up. Let's face it, if I get 15 gallons of gas, you know, they fills up my tank. Like I don't have to give them the money until after. So yeah, sure, let's see what happens here, bro.
Right.
The card works, it fills it up. Cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if the cop showed up, I'd be like, whoa, he told me this and that.
They're totally unsuspected. They have no idea.
Well, I mean, even if they had an idea, at least you gave them an excuse. No, you don't understand. This is what he said. Golly gee whiz. Are you saying the card was stolen, officer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least,
yeah.
To me, I would immediately.
Well, yeah. Of course, other people would be like, yeah, this seemed pretty fishy.
Yeah.
But the way that I said it, and then I mean, of course, like I said, probably the way that I looked probably helped a little bit better too.
Right.
And so it got to the point where I would have, like, I was a gas dealer, pretty much. I had taxis and semis. So semis,
I was thinking I would have gone straight to a truck stop.
Yeah.
Those guys are spending $1,000.
Exactly. And that's what I ended up doing. And so I had taxis and semis that would call me probably, you know, 4 or 5 times a week. The semi is like $500-600.
Wow.
And so semis, they have to pay for their own gas. And I was like, dude, I'll take $200 off of that, even if it's 7 or 8. And he's like, no doubt. Here you go, man. And that went on for, so
you can be pretty generous with somebody else's money. I'm always when I've stolen a bunch of money from the bank, I'm pretty generous with their money.
Yeah.
It's easy. It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like, you know, I'm right.
Yeah, I'm doing you a great favor while committing a felony.
I'm a good person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you $200 off. No.
I'm feeling a little generous today.
Right. With my employer's money. Sorry. So it's not even your employer.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't even know who this construction company is. And so then about, let's say, 40 to 45 days later of me doing this, I'm back in the shop at the small engine repair shop that I was working at. And my boss comes back and I'm like sharpening the chain. And he's like, Matt, there's a detective up front to see you. And I was like, oh.
And I was like, yeah. Go back and make sure you've got the right
Yeah. And then so when I walk through and I see him, he's in a suit. And he's like, there's a badge on his head, but everything was very cordial. And he goes, I'm here to see you. And I was like, you need some gas.
That's what I think. How many chips? He said, since you're a cop, I'll give you 50% off the box. Yeah, 50%. And so he's like, I'm sure you know. I tried to play stupid. I was like, no, what do you mean? What are you here for? Yeah, key is office. And he's like, I figured you wouldn't say that. It's like this big metal folder. Your work is your boss there, or are you in the back room? No, I'm in the front counter. Boss is sitting there going, what are you doing? You're gonna. They were hanging out behind, and I know that they were like, they had to know. Like, I mean, did you ever fill their tanks up? Or no? I was gonna say, as soon as he said gas, they both turned around and bolted. Yeah. No, they didn't know. They were unsuspecting. And so, like, the counter, the way it is, like, there's the front counter, and then the side, or personal. So, when we go over there, and that's when he plops it out, opens it up, like, all right, so this is you, obviously. My face blown up, that picture, flips it open. It was like, here is you getting out of your car, filling up this person. Here is you getting out of your car, inserting the car, filling up this person. So it's just over and over and over. Like extra wall, divide for stop and security. With all that function, you account for safe visual keeping your voice. That's the called slide out at the push button. Plus, it's so designed makes it easy to go in from the style. Choose from a variety of colors and designs. Perfect for both family and home. And if you ever misplace it, don't worry. The extra one is the has a choose tactical piece. The extra one is the perfect gift for any occasion. Don't miss the extra fall sale from September 30th to November 7th. Use the promo code TRUE5 at checkout for even more savings on top of the existing deals. That's promo code TRUE5. The link will be in the description box.
And then on the other side, he's like, so you see all these transactions? There's over like 500 or 600 transactions that you have here. Every single one of those is a felony. And I was like, okay. First of all, officer, you did amazing work here. Yeah, you did a good job. Yeah. He was like, he does look a lot like me. Yeah, I'm gonna help you find this guy. Nobody's more upset about this than me. Yeah, I did hate that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, no shit. So you gotta be faster, bro. I know. I just took it up and yeah, you got me. Like, there's no denying it. And so I was like, okay, so what is that? And he's like, every time you swipe, it's a felony. So I have 500 felonies against me right now. And he's like, well, I mean, due to the sheer amount that you made within 45 days, which ended up being $21,000, he's like, I just want to let you know that the FBI is going to be picking this up because this is no longer a state investigation. I thought this guy was the FBI. No, he was a detective. He was just a detective, and he was letting me know, like, we got you, pack your bags. Yeah, we're still doing like our investigation and everything. I'm not here to arrest you, but I want to let you know that the FBI is picking this up. So I was like, I was just, I was a ghost or something. And like, I was just, damn, sweating. And after that encounter, he's like, obviously, I'm saying, Andrew, that's fine. Yeah. Now I've got to go through detox. Yeah. I got to go through detox. I'm already shut up right now. But so he's saying, I'm not here to arrest you. So he's like, but obviously, I'm ready to go. And I was like, you can take that. And he's like, I'm not here to arrest you. We're still doing an investigation. And so you're going to have to go check in with a pre-trial federal probation officer. So I have to go to the federal building. And so I go and meet my federal PO. And she's like, so you're on pre-trial. Okay. So you went from, immediately went from this guy just asking you questions. He just told you go downtown. Like, you didn't, did they give you a public defender or no? He said show up and
He's flying in.
I think he gave me like a 72 hours or something to
Turn yourself in.
to check in with the pretrial, because he said that the investigation's still going and we're not going to arrest you yet. Like,
You go to Alaska, like they came in, they're like nice to you, like they were. You got 72 hours. You know, I'm sorry what you're going through, buddy. You made some bad decision. Like,
yeah.
I've never talked to that guy. Never.
I mean, looking back on it, it's probably the easiest way to ever get in trouble.
Yeah.
And so I go and see my federal PO, and then so we start pretrial, and obviously I'm still doing drugs, and I'm doing at the time probably yes. Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm gonna give you UAs, and I failed the first time, of course. Surprise.
What does that stand for? And you failed. Well, if you failed, like, did they? Well, they can't revoke your probation. You don't have your own pretrial. You just signed it. You didn't. You just okay.
Yeah.
Because like you were on probation, then you're on pretrial. If you're on pretrial, then they could lock you up for that, right? Can't they lock you up? No, they won't really lock you up anyway. You haven't been charged. You haven't been
sentenced.
You haven't been sentenced to anything. I don't know. Yeah, you okay?
So
why even give you a piss test?
I don't know. They were trying to clean me up before I went in or something. I don't know. They were
gonna get you.
They were trying to give me some rehabilitation in some way.
Right.
But
they're gonna get you healthy before they knock your head off.
Exactly.
No, it's nice. It's nice. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah. So I fail it, and she's like, "Well, obviously you have opiates in your system. So you gotta next week. I'm gonna try to get you to go to like an inpatient program or do something, because like if you keep doing this, we will put you in. We're going to take you in, so you're no longer on pretrial while you're under investigation."
It's crazy. Fuck.
Successfully paired.
Shit, I said make a little money and guys pay up my children. Fuck this. What do you mean? I don't even know if it's every side. Especially become my way.
Successfully paired.
Jack back out over them fix it up here a couple months back and I see him come back up. Oh shit, what do you want? Ayun. Kasi mga talaga. Kaya, live with a bum. I'm having some care problem, dog. Like, what the fuck? I'm stuck in such a pussy car. I don't find me can. Man. Something about me can get the truck there.
Please leave your message for. Please leave your message for.
Successfully paired.
You reached Lanaya.
Fuck with me. Get this here. Boy, things jump out for me, people.
Successfully paired.
You wish to admire.
All right, Bruce. See what I'm going on. That number. See? This is a part of the throat there. This done completely. Disintegrated. See? Mash up. Also. Disintegrated.
And I don't know what's going on here. I haven't opened anything. Those are bearings. Those look like bearings that are coming out here to throw out bearings. So that already told me to throw out bearings disintegrated.
So throw out bearings, alright. So, yes, my people, mature out bearings. Mature out bearings get fucking in the night. Man. See me? So, I don't know tomorrow. Tomorrow, now, I have to go try to get that sorted out, isn't it? That's why I go. You don't want to throat bearings get knocked by people. Can't believe the bomb. This is the auto pass. Stuck in a gear, dog. Stuck in a gear. This bitch stuck in a gear. Bumbo class stuck in a first gear. So, that's it. Truck bearings, one truck bearings. Together for one